Hi everyone, this is the third video session on the Blazor virtualization component and it is also the last video. Here in this session we are going to discuss about the item provider callback delegator. In this approach we are going to involve in multiple API calls. We don't consume bulk data at a single shot. It is almost like pagination. So guys, I want to intimate you that I think this is not at production ready. I have found few drawbacks. All I will going to explain here. Maybe in future releases these can be resolved. I think so. So for now, I think make sure to avoid this approach. Instead, you go for the pagination approach. Or else, if you want to use bulk data to render, then go for the items property approach. So don't use the item provider. For the sake of understanding, I am creating this session on the item provider delegate. So for the initially, I need a another endpoint where I need to get the range of data. Means not full data, only range of data, just like the pagination. You have here, I have created another endpoint for my to-dos. Here I am using the variables like skip and take data to get some range of data of my to-dos API. So this is the purely developed in Dapper guys, Dapper ORM. So where we can give raw queries. So if you want to use NT framework, you can go for it. So here I have used Dapper. So this is the new API I have created where I can fetch the range of data. So let's check this API in my Swagger URL. Localhost 600 something. Yes, this one. So let me check like skip 30 records and fetch me 10 records. Skip first 30 records and fetch next 10 records. Means 31 to 40 in normal terminology. So here 31. I think my starting ID is 1002. So 30 records has been skipped and I'm getting the records from 1032. In normal math calculation, it is the 31st record. So total count here I am also getting multiple result sets of data. That is total count of to-dos, that is 700. So let's jump into our Blazor sample where we going to use item provider delegate for virtualization component. So first let's update our to-dos client API to fetch the new endpoint. Before that, let me create a new model class because this API now I am going to consume return two kind of results. So I need to deserialize them. So let me create a new model. I name it as to do container.cs. So .bw virtualize models. Okay, click class to do container. It should contain two properties. One is for count, another is to capture the collection of to-dos. To-do, to-dos. So let import the namespace. So that is our model for the new endpoint. Let's implement the new endpoint. Public async and my return type is to do container and I will get name it as get range to do's. Let me copy this piece of line and change the type to do container dot and copy the endpoint from my Swagger. So here it should take two query parameters. So we should make some dynamic query data here. So let's make it dynamic. Here we need to place some dynamic values. So this method takes two input parameters like int skip and take parameters. Skip and take. That's it. We are done with our client API changes. And let me wait. Okay. So that's it. And now we are going to use item provider in our index.razor file. So guys, either we can use items property or item provider. Both we cannot use them. So let's this items property with the item provider delegate. Items provider delegate. It will take some method. I will make them as load. So let's remove this. I don't need anything in here. So let me create a private method. Void. I will load. Let me copy the actual syntax from the original doc page because that's the right way. So I do virtualization because there are few specific things I need to use like that only to prove that it is not working correctly. So let me indent it, and my return type is here to do container also not correct, to do only. So to do, so I can change it as load, and so I can comment it for now. So this is the method, guys. Load my own method only, but it returns to do value does. It is another type of the threading task. And here we need to define the our to-do type with the wrapper of the item provider result type. So let's change it to C# syntax. Okay, Control Z. Let it comment it clear. Okay. So now here this load method will get properties like item provider request. This item provider request provides us two type of infos which we required for our API call. Request dot count, one property, and next thing is request dot start index. These are the two things we need. So this is like start index is like on scrolling on the page, based on the view, it will trigger the item provider delegate. So it might be at based on our scroll, the index value will be changed. It is not fixed. It is not something like if we initially render 21 records on scroll, it won't give like 22 starting index. It's like if we render 21 records on scrolling, somewhere like at the record number 7, it start invoking the item provider delegate. So at that time it gives the item provider value as 7, not like it is already rendered 21 records. So it not gives like and plus one record, like 22 is the starting index. If that is the case, it should be worked perfectly. Because of only that reason, it is not working in perfect shape because it is giving starting index as where it triggers the item provider result delegate. So let me show it physically, get better understanding. So let me uncomment this code and I can make as number of employees and not employees to do. So this line you can see min.math. Here it is using min.math will return the minimum value from the two values given into it. So here we are given request count. Request count is nothing but total number of request next need by the on scrolling next need to be rendered on the UI. This is the request count. This is automatically given by the virtualized component. Nothing here we can handle it. All these values are automatically given by the component. So this is like total number of records need to be rendered. So here it is using so total employees, right? We need to store our total records value. So for that, I am going to create a one private variable, private int total to-dos count. I will make it as to-dos count. So this is the total count of the my to-dos, total records of the DB. Just like it's pagination only, where we need total records count in pagination. So just replace this with to-dos count. So initially it might be 0. When first time page loads, this total count variable will be assigned with our total count data. So let me start index. Start index I have already explained it. The point where it triggers the item delegator. Let me make it to-dos. Let's get rid of this. Where to-dos equal to await and use my client to-do start. And sorry for this, intelligent is not working. So here I am going to use skip value as request dot index. I have no other options. If I give custom value for the skip index, it is not working. So I have to give this one only. You can check in this commented code also. And number of instead of number of to-dos, I can tell as take to-dos. Total number of to-dos to fetch from the API. Take to-dos. So after successfully retrieving the data, I need to assign to-dos count equal to to-dos dot count. You have confusion. This is the type of to-do container. So we need to assign it and to-dos list will be returned here. So let me change to to-dos type and to-dos dot to-dos and let me give here total count. So that is the logic as per the docs. I have created in a wrong folder. Let me move it to models object. That is the issue. It should get fixed now. Given the wrong name, container, and let's save it with the correct name. Let's change it here. Container. Sorry guys. Container. Now here. Yes. Now the issue is gone. Now total count. To-dos count. It is not total count. To-dos count. Run it again. Okay, it is already running. Let's see. Yeah, it is run. Now let me reload my application. Yes, it is working. If we observe the networks, let's reload again. See, initially count will be skip will be 0 and take will be 0. These 0 values will be taken by server side. So if you observe here, initially from the server side, it is sending only around 20 records, 0 to 19, that is 20 records, and total count 700. So only these values only rendered. So next, slowly scroll down, because you should understand why I am saying some drawback is there. So here it is invoked. See here, skip index, it is showing like 6. Actually, initially rendered 22 records, right? Skip is 6 and take is 22. All these values are dynamically coming from the virtualization component. What I want to refer, the issue here is here. I am using skip value. Skip value should be 22 when second time scroll, because already 21. Sorry, skip should be 21 when my second time API is called, because already 21 records has been delivered from the API. But here, due to the starting index, it is taking as the based on the scrolling event, we are getting skip as 6. If it is came as 20, 20, 21, it should be worked perfectly, because it is not getting perfect value. Not perfect value, it is designed like that. It gives only starting index, something like where the scroll triggering event is coming. I feel we should get one more property like end index. So if we don't have only two root properties is providing by the item provider, like starting index and total like count only. We don't have any other properties. If it is good to have another value like end index, so the last value will be known and that can be used for the this. So if you scroll more, you can understand. So the issue is, initially I am getting initial API. If you check, I am getting 10022 1021, but in second also I will get 1008, which is already in first API call. See, some redundant data, but displaying is good. It won't display any duplicate values, whichever we get from the API. But we are getting some what we call duplicate values again and again. So if you check the my third API call, again 10 is coming, because it's giving skipping it is 8. Next scroll it is 3. Difference is 5. In previous it is difference is 2. Based on the scroll event, it is giving the starting index. So here we are rendering and everything is fine. Only the problem is the starting index is we have no other option to use other than starting index. So that is the problem. We get the some unwanted API data from the server. Not only that, if you scroll up also, you will see same. See, here I am scroll down, right? Now I am scrolling up. Again, it will call API only. It won't store in the memory also. Only the data is loaded from the API will be displayed in item provider. It won't store any in memory. So again, if you scroll up, it go for the API call. So my suggestion is to avoid this item provider or the production code. Better to use pagination technique, which will have more control on it. So that's it, guys. This is the completion of the virtualization component in Blazor. If you have any doubts or comments, please mention them in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it. So bye guys, signing off.